Okay, here is the Mario Kart area for Tokyo Bay. When you get here, you got to make sure that you come in and you have to go upstairs, up these stairs there, and check in. We haven't done that yet, so we'll do it here shortly. Then we'll be happily on our way on one of these fast go-karts. We'll let you know how it goes.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob and I'm the one that's sitting here in this go-kart, and I just got done editing this video and I realized it didn't really seem right not to put a commentary with it. Just having us drive around didn't seem right, so I figured I'd just pop on here real quick and do a voiceover for this video. Now, person on the right here in the blue Stitch outfit is Dawn. The person to her left is my son Chaz, and he's somebody from Pokemon. I'm not really sure who. He's into Pokemon. Here we just got done with our brief upstairs, which is on the left-hand side, and we picked out our costumes, which didn't cost us anything extra. One thing you should know, that if you do decide to go to Japan and do the Mario Kart, it takes an international driver's license, and you can get that at AAA anywhere, and it's only $20 a person. So that was a really great deal. You just really have to plan to do this and make time and the effort, because you have to set the trips up weeks before. You don't just show up. You actually have to contact them and set up a time, and then they let you come in and do this. Now we have two drivers with us. The guy that's standing there, he's the lead, and the guy that was to the right with the not really sure, this guy right there with the Hello Kitty, he was following behind. They did an outstanding job, made it real easy for us. If you do decide to do these and you're on the thing, they tell you not to break any of the laws, like honking. I was running around honking, and the guy told me, no, we don't honk here. And sure enough, as we're walking around Tokyo, nobody's honking unless there's actually a problem. Here we're going across the Rainbow Bridge. This is a real scenic view if you're in a normal car. This is the downhill portion. These bumps you see on the ground, the red and black, they were actually the small bumps. That's why the camera is jumping up and down. And it made it a little difficult for me because I'm in a little go-kart. Even as big as I am, that thing wanted to pop off. So I was doing about 45, 50 going across those bumps, and then as soon as it got to this clear, we popped up to almost 70 miles an hour. That's how fast we were going. I dipped down to see the speed, and you couldn't really, but you were going, and you're in a little go-kart, so that was really a blast. The street rules, there really wasn't anything different. Most of the stuff is in English and in Japanese, their caricatures. It was pretty like driving anywhere else. Obviously, you're in Japan, they drive on the left side of the road, and we thought that was going to be a problem, but it really wasn't. Our guide up front, it was telling us to go to the left. That's how we were passing in front of people. So as we would come up to a stop, we'd all gather together, kind of take a break and talk, and kind of tell everybody what was going on. Now, up on the upper right, you see the red and white tower. That is Tokyo Tower. That was built back in the 50s, I want to say, and you can see it in the skylines on a lot of Tokyo shows and Godzilla and stuff like that. I distinctly remember seeing, I think he crushed it in one, but it was nonchalant. And now I'm not really sure about this temple of where it was, but I know everybody, as we were driving up, was just waving and taking pictures, and I just remember thinking, man, they need to stop feeding those chipmunks. As we were coming down the road, everybody was screaming and hollering. And as we come around this one, I didn't realize it was the Tokyo Tower until we come around this corner. And I'm looking up going, wow, that's big. At the base of it, there's a building, and it's essentially a small little mall. It's got a little food court. It has an arcade center in it, the one-piece arcade or some kind of fun center or an amusement park. I'm not sure how they classified it, but if you're into that, that's a place to go. And it wasn't busy, and everything was really well priced as well. We went in it later on. You'll see that video. Here they're taking the picture with the tower behind us, so that's everybody's showing the tower. Don got behind me somehow and decided to take off, but we drove by police officers. Nobody really cared. Nobody was mad. It was really quite amazing, the experience that we had doing this. Especially as it was a nice day. It was supposed to rain the entire 2 weeks we were there, and it was a nice clear day, humid. So if you don't handle humid weather very much, then that's going to present a problem. When we got there, it was real humid, so I dealt with it as best as I could. Now here I am catching up to Chaz, and I was going to pass him, but I decided not to and just let him go. And he's a real safe driver, and he was staying back a little bit, so it wasn't easy for me to get up those hills being the size that I am. But it was still a breathtaking view. Everybody else was taking off, and I got to enjoy the sights. Rainbow Bridge, on the inside you couldn't really see a lot, because the rail where we were at, the rail was kind of blocking and you were going so fast. The trailer guy, he was following behind me all trip, would act as a blocker and would get over and make sure that cars didn't merge in between the go-karts, which helped tremendously because I didn't really want to get lost, or try to look for these guys. The roads were immaculate. It was surprising how nice the roads were for being a big, metropolitan area. We live in Vegas, and every other road is, it's like an off-road trip. But these were very well maintained. Even the tunnels, not a lot of, very, very little graffiti. There was no potholes. There really wasn't anything. If something needed to be done, it looked like it had been done and done right, which made it really nice. Now, this shows you how fast we're going. We're on the straightaways. We're just cruising right by these trucks. And then I hit the bumps again. I kind of got bored. And since we're playing Mario Kart, I figured I'd try to throw some shells at Chaz. And I was screaming at the time, I got you. I got you. I was hoping he'd spin out, but he'd probably get hit by the bus. So that's not good. Coming up towards the end of our ride here, pretty exhausted. It's about 2 hours. I want to say 2.5 hours. There's no lunch or anything. You basically get on and you go. Driving around, I would recommend that you bring a bottle of water. Maybe there's a little pouch underneath your steering wheel, because you kind of get thirsty when you're driving around like that, especially in humid weather. But they did a really good job of taking care of us. Wasn't any signs of an accident. Every driver was cautious around us, so we didn't have to worry about people trying to hit us or whatever. It was just a great experience all the way around. I would highly recommend it for anybody that would want to do it. You just drove all over Tokyo in a go-kart, and soda machines are everywhere if you haven't seen it. I'd just like to say thanks for watching the video, and if you'd like more of them, please subscribe and share. We'd be happy to have you back. Thanks.
All right, so we're done. We just went around all of downtown Tokyo, and we'll just talk to Dawn and see how it went for her.
Oh man, I had a great time. I would recommend this ride for anyone who would love to see Tokyo by a go-kart. You get to see everything. You go fast. You're doing like 50 miles an hour in a go-kart. It is the coolest thing.
Downhill.
Downhill.
The downhill's like fast.
Uphill, and if you're kind of big, you go a little bit slower, but you still enjoy the ride.
Chaz, how did you enjoy the ride?
Fast. Slow. People kept arguing.
It wasn't arguing.
Yes, you were. You wanted to get in the front, and I was not going to let you.
No, I wanted you to go faster. You were slow. I got video.
Yeah.
I got video of me passing you, and I'm
Because I kept
fat.
hitting you with blue banana shells.
I did. I threw a spooky shell at Chaz.
You didn't hit me with
All
any.
right. We're going to finish our tour of Tokyo and let you guys know how it was.